Hello students, how are you? In the previous lesson, we have seen about the main region of Africa and also the geological history of Africa, and we have seen about the different characteristics of Africa. We have seen about the absolute and relative location of Africa, the region of Africa. Depend on the previous lesson, African region divided into 5 based on socio-economic and cultural similarity. So the largest in terms of area is Northern Africa. The smallest is Southern Africa. The largest area in terms of size next to Northern Africa is Central Africa. In terms of population, the most populous region of Africa is Eastern Africa. And the life expectancy is very low in Eastern Africa, depending on our previous lesson. And also we have seen about geological history of Africa. During Precambrian era in Africa, according to our previous lesson, orogenesis and basement complex rock is formed. Basement complex rock or the Precambrian rock rich in metallic minerals, that is gold and copper. During Paleozoic era, denudation and peniplanation of the land is formed. The earth is covered by the sea, and because of this, peniplanation and denudation of the land occur. During Mesozoic era, Pangaea split into 2 because of continental drifting, and sinking and rising of the land also formed during Mesozoic era. Regression and triangulation of the sea also occurred during Mesozoic era. In general, the recent shape of Africa is the result of Cenozoic era. Today, we will learn about the relief structure of Africa. As you have seen in the previous lesson, Africa has diverse relief feature. The diverse relief feature of Africa results diverse climate. When you see the relief feature of Africa, Africa has plateau, plain, valley, and gorges. But most of the African land dominated by plateau. The highest range or the highest mountain is found in Africa, that is Kilimanjaro. The elevation is 5,895. And also the lowland or the depression is found in Africa, that is the Qatar Depression, which is found in Egypt. It is 132 meters below sea level. Let us see the distribution of the major landform of the earth by continent. When you see African continent, most of the land of Africa dominated by plateau. It accounts 71%. The mountain only 4%. The plain is only 25%. Asia dominated by mountain. 44% of the land of Asia is mountain, 24 plateau, and 32 plain. The land of Europe is dominated by plain. 67% of the land of Europe is plain, but only 8% is plateau and 25% is mountain. Oceania dominated by plain. Only 28% of Oceania is mountain and 24% is plateau. Africa is dominated by plateau. Students, let us see each relief feature of Africa. In most parts of Africa, areas above 300 meters above sea level and reach 2,000 meters, we call it plateau. So plateau reach 2,000 meters above sea level, Eastern Africa and Ethiopia. There are two types of plateau. These are high plateau and low plateau. When you see the high plateau that lays above 700 meters and their general elevation reach 2,000 meters. This high plateau mostly found in the southern and eastern Africa. Low plateau are extensive plateau that lays between 300 meters up to 700 meters above sea level. Students, let's proceed to mountains. What is mountain, students? Mountain is a highland with a steep slope and peaks. So African landform is dominated by two major types of mountain. These are the volcanic mountain and the fold mountain. The fold mountain is formed during Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. There are two types of fold mountain, young and old fold mountain. Let us see about the volcanic mountains. Students, how volcanic mountains are formed depend on your lower grade lesson. Volcanic mountains were formed as the result of great volcanic activity. These volcanic mountains formed during tertiary period of the Cenozoic era. So many of these volcanic mountains found in Eastern Africa. Students, let us see the major volcanic mountain of the continent with their height and location. All these are volcanic mountains of Africa. The largest volcanic mountains in Africa is Kilimanjaro. The elevation of Kilimanjaro reached 5,895. Mount Kilimanjaro is found in Tanzania. Mount Kenya found in Kenya. How volcanic mountains is formed? Because of volcanic activity. Volcanic activity is the result of internal force. Because of internal force, different land feature is formed, like folding, faulting, earthquake, and so on. So this volcanic mountain also the result of internal force. So Mount Kenya is found in Kenya. The elevation or the height, it reaches 5,200 meters. The third is Ras Dashen, found in Ethiopia. Ras Dashen, also volcanic mountain. The largest mountain in Ethiopia is this mountain. Mount Meru, Mount Elgon, and Cameroon, also volcanic mountains. Volcanic mountains are formed because of volcanic activity. The second mountain is fold mountain. Fold mountains are formed as a result of compressional force. This fold mountain in Africa mostly found in the northern and southern extreme point of Africa. There are two types of fold mountains. These are young and old fold mountain. There are two types of fold mountain. These are young and old fold mountain. The young fold mountain is formed during Cenozoic era, and the old fold mountain is formed during Mesozoic era. The young fold mountains are located in the northwestern Africa, particularly in Maghreb region. And the old fold mountains are found in the southern Africa. They were formed during the Hercynian orogeny in the Mesozoic era. They are contemporary to the Australian Alps. They are called the Cape Ranges. The young fold mountain known as Atlas orogeny, and the old fold mountain we call it Cape Range. Students, let's move to the third land feature of Africa, that is plain. Students, what is plain? Plains are area of low relief which more or less flat surface. In Africa, places that lies below 300 meters above sea level are considered plain. This plain mostly limited to the coastal area of eastern, northeastern, southeastern, and western Africa. Mostly these plains are found in the coastal area of Africa. Let's see the last relief feature of Africa, that is the Great East African Rift Valley. This Rift Valley is formed during tertiary period of the Cenozoic era. The East African Rift Valley is the part of the world Great East African Rift Valley system. It stretches from Syria in the Middle East to Mozambique in the southeastern Africa. It covers distance of about 7,200 kilometers. It touches 15 countries. For example, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Rwanda, Burundi, touched by Great East African Rift Valley. The Rift Valley has 4 branches. They are the Ethio-Eritrean Djibouti Northern Somalia branch, the Western branch, the Eastern branch, and the Malawi Rift Valley branch. The Great East African Rift Valley is formed during Cenozoic era at tertiary period. This land feature is the result of faulting process. When the land between two parallel faults sink down, a Rift Valley is formed. So the Great East African Rift Valley is formed because of faulting process that happened during tertiary period of the Cenozoic era. Students, what is climate? What is the difference between climate and weather? Climate is an atmospheric condition for long period of time, above 35 years. Weather is an atmospheric condition for short period of time. So the climate of Africa affected by latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, mountain barriers, ocean current, and major planetary winds. How latitudes affect the climate of Africa? Before that, depend on the previous lesson, latitudes are an imaginary line drawn from west to east but measure the distance from north to south. How latitude affects the climatic condition of Africa? As we have seen, latitude indicates the distance place having from the equator. Most of the land of Africa lies within the tropics, depend on latitudinal location. Because of this, most of the land of Africa receive high temperature throughout the year because of high angle of the sun. So latitudes affect the climate of condition of Africa. If places near to the equator, it has high temperature. If places found far away from the equator, it has low temperature. So most of the African lands lays within the tropics. Because of this, the tropical or the equatorial areas receive high temperature throughout the year. The sun overhead in the equator twice the year. Because of this, the most land of Africa receive high temperature throughout the year. How altitude affect the climatic condition of Africa? When an altitude increase, temperature is decreased. That means the plateau and high mountains reduce the maritime influence. This condition reduce temperature. So temperature is lower in higher altitude. And temperature is high in lower altitude. So depend on their altitude, Africa receive different type of rainfall. For example, very high land of Africa receive orographic type of rainfall. The lowlands receive convectional type of rainfall, because convectional type of rainfall is formed because of intense heat. How distance from the sea affect the climate condition of an area? For example, Sahara Desert has high temperature and dry climate because of its location. Sahara Desert is found far away from the influence of ocean current. If area found near to the sea, it receives rainfall. For example, Ethiopia is found near to the Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Summer season, most of the land of Ethiopia receive rainfall because the winds that started from the Atlantic Ocean and from the Indian Ocean. The winds that started from the Atlantic Ocean, we call it westerlies. Westerlies winds for Ethiopia give more rainfall during summer season. So, if area is found far away from the influence of ocean, it has high temperature and dry climate. If area is found near to the ocean, they receive better rainfall. Let us move to ocean current. Oceanic water moves into dimension vertically and horizontally. The horizontal movement of oceanic water is called oceanic current. So, based on their origin, there are two types of ocean current, that is warm and cold ocean current. The warm ocean current have high temperature and high moisture content, and therefore they have warm effect. They also tend to bring moisture to the coastal areas. The winds that start from the Atlantic Ocean has warm effect for Ethiopia. So Ethiopia receives better rainfall during summer season. In contrast, cold ocean currents have cool temperature and low moisture content. Therefore, they have cooling effect on the areas that have blowover. Before that, or before proceed to the three type of ocean current, most of the desert of the world is found in the western coast of the continent because of the effect of cold ocean current. Let's see the three major ocean currents affect the African continent. These are the Canary cold current, the Benguela cold current, and the Mozambique warm current. Let us see how the major ocean current affect the climate of Africa. Canary cold ocean current and Benguela cold ocean current affect the western and the southwestern coast of Africa. because of cold effect of the Benguela and Canary Ocean current. Most of the world desert is found in the western coast of the continent, except the Sahara Desert. The western coast of desert is the result of the Benguela Ocean current and the Canary Cold Ocean current. And the Mozambique warm current give warming effect to the southern east of Africa. So this part of Africa receive better rainfall because of warm Mozambique ocean current. Students, this is our today lesson. For next time, we are going to learn about what seems like the climate of Africa. Thank you.